Hello, my name is Säntti, and this is a digital artifact related to e-learning and digital culture MOOC course. The idea of this digital artifact is to focus on some issues experienced as important that have emerged during the course of this MOOC. My topics that I try to discuss quite shortly, because this digital artifact is expected to be very short, are the four ones mentioned in the slide. One is this new humanism, and I'm looking at it from the angle of measuring and manipulating self. Then one interesting aspect, the second one, is about robots as avatars in the real life settings, in especially learning contexts. Then very shortly about diversities and how these diversities seem to be diversifying by this new humanism, etc. And finally, maybe the most important aspect in this presentation's challenges of e-learning in relation to this new phenomena. So this is the edcmooc course, and we have been focusing on topics of transhumanism and posthumanism, and what seems to be of relevance is then how these might be related to the topic of postmodernism. I have a feeling that there is a connection here. What I have found during this course is sort of this kind of biohacking approach. This is something that seems to be emerging, measuring yourself through different kinds of instruments and then manipulating and modifying yourself. There is obviously something weird in this approach, some kind of superhuman ideology, even though there's certainly some sense in this too. And another angle is sort of, we did have a robot week here in Helsinki, Finland this week, and two angles sort of. I was thinking about the potential of robots in educational contexts. There is obviously something like this, and then maybe one angle there, sort of having robots as physical avatars in the real world, and this is certainly something of interest. Then what I found also, sort of a book made by Anderson and Kaivoja that discusses the topics of humanization and robotization in relation to each other. So the starting point is what we probably all are, natural humans, and where we can evolve from here. One angle is sort of robotizing functions and systems and machinery installed into us. Another angle, maybe more human, is sort of being more human than we are at present, and then maybe some kind of interesting alternative as becoming kind of cyberhuman, where both these robotic and human elements both are boosted. What I also wanted to mention was this kind of one model I have developed some time ago, sort of focusing on diversities. Sort of, we often can look them from what are they recognized or seldom recognized, and then from dominating an alternative or marginalized directions. And just some examples of this approach. And what my idea here was that we will probably be seeing a lot of new dimensions through this robotization, new humanism, and different issues. And now coming to one important thing, sort of what is important in learning and how these things seem to be somehow challenged by this e-learning approach. I'm very much pro e-learning. I'm interested in MOOCs, but so some things are difficult in these contexts. One of these issues is human interaction and dialogue. These, for example, demand closeness. It's difficult to share emotions, experience emotions in the net. Positive experiences in general is one issue worth focusing. Sort of, for example, in many MOOC courses, there's an extremely high dropout level, and this is probably something that may be a very bad experience for many participating people. Then we have these evaluating practices, for example, peer evaluation. It's a demanding way. It's often the only way, but it's demanding. And maybe this is what I now very shortly and a bit overrunning my time will have to end this presentation here. Thank you.